Hi there, this is Michelle Stonhill, and I'm going to be talking you through the detail behind the Forever Living business opportunity. So far, you've probably seen a snippet of information. You may have seen a short video telling you a little bit about me, the type of person that I work with, and that I operate in the network marketing industry, running an online business. Now, if you know nothing about network marketing, don't worry, because we're going to fill the gaps in right now with this presentation. Now, it's only a short presentation, so it's not going to be drawn out and boring. It's going to hold your attention all the way through and only really give you the facts that you absolutely need to know. So things like, what is this? What's it all about? How can it benefit me? You may be feeling a little bit skeptical if you're not familiar with the network marketing industry. That's a completely normal reaction. In fact, 2 years ago, I'd never heard of network marketing. As you can tell, I'm not from the US, I'm from the UK. I've got a funny accent. And in the UK, network marketing is very unknown. So when I saw the opportunity for the first time, there was a massive part of me that thought, I'm really excited about this. I can see how this could help me and benefit my life and completely change the path that I'm on right now. However, there was a massive part of me thinking, really? Can I? Is it possible? Now, I can tell you that in 2 short years, I've built an incredible business, not just in the UK, but here in the US, in many other countries like South Africa, Ireland, Australia. And I actually can't believe that this is my life sometimes. You see, I joined to travel the world. I started my business so that I could have more freedom, have more time to do the things I enjoy, but ultimately travel the world because that was my biggest passion, is my biggest passion. I wanted the sort of business that I could work from anywhere in the world. I could choose to get up one morning and say to my husband, why don't we head for the sea? Why don't we head for the sun? As you all probably know, the sun doesn't shine too much in the UK. So we decided to come out to the US and actually live in Arizona for a while and build our business from here. Now, it makes sense for us to expand our business in the US while we're here because there are some great people, ambitious, entrepreneurial people that aren't 100% satisfied in what they're doing at the moment, the same as I wasn't 2 years ago. So we're here to help those people. So if you're somebody that's not 100% satisfied right now, maybe working a ridiculous amount of hours, maybe you spend more time with your boss than you do with your family. I know I certainly did. And then I had a long commute on top of that, a commute that took me away from my family for more hours than I actually didn't get paid for. So I spent a lot of my time sat in traffic. We work with more and more people that are feeling a sense of insecurity at work. Will my job be around in the next 12 months, 5 years, 10 years? Because there isn't really a job for life anymore. You know, gone are the days where somebody went to a job from school and stayed there until they retired. It doesn't really happen anymore. I personally think it's brilliant. I mean, who wants a job for life? I definitely didn't want a job and a boss for the rest of my life. In fact, my mother and father drilled into me from a young age, Michelle, you do not get wealthy, rich, successful, happy, working hard for someone else. So if you feel a little bit like that, then this might be for you. But you might love what you do, it just might not pay enough. So maybe healthcare, insurance and costs have become a concern. Maybe retirement has become a concern. We work with so many people that are nearing on retirement age and realising that actually what they're going to be left with in their pension when they retire is not going to give them any sort of quality of life after 40 years of work, and that's really sad, and we help lots of people to enhance that pension fund. Whatever it is, Forever's a little bit like a vehicle. No two people are the same who build a Forever business, but it can get people from where they are to where they want to be, wherever that may be. It might be that you're like me, you want to travel. You want to live an extraordinary life and not settle for mediocre anymore. It might be that you want more time with your family, or it might just be a bit of extra money around your job, around what you already do to pay off debts, put away for retirement, buy a new car. Maybe it's working from home that really appeals to you. I work with so many mums and dads that want to be there for their children and still build a great career. They don't want to miss out on the precious moments, the memories that they want to create, but are actually at work all the time, so struggle to do that, and time becomes really precious. So maybe you want to work from home or anywhere in the world like me. You might not be feeling very fulfilled in your current job right now. I was a retail manager, so I worked for a large supermarket chain in the UK as a senior manager. And I can remember standing in that shop some days, working really hard and not seeing my family for days or weeks sometimes, and thinking, surely I was put on this earth to do more than help people get their shopping. So maybe you've got this nagging feeling of there's more for me. You might be looking for a healthier way of living. When I was really busy, I didn't look after myself. When I was working morning, night, one day off a week, I didn't eat well because I couldn't really find the time to cook. I didn't go to the gym because I couldn't find the time. So my health slipped a little bit. I'm happy to say I'm very healthy now with the help of this company. So if health's on your mind, then this could also be a way for you to achieve that. So who are Forever? Well, Forever are not a new company, and if you're hearing about them for the first time, your reaction's probably similar to mine. How on earth have I not heard of this company, and where have you been all my life? Was my reaction when I got to the end of this presentation. A very well established, successful company founded in 1978 here in the USA, actually in Scottsdale, Arizona, by the amazing man that you can see there on the screen, Mr. Rex Morn. That guy is my idol. Now, I've never said that about anybody I've worked with or for before. But he's a world brand leader, he's a visionary, an incredible businessman, but not the sort of businessman that I was used to. See, I was used to working for people that didn't really have any sort of plan to make me wealthy or happy. But actually, Rex's vision was to create a profitable environment where individuals can with dignity be what they want to be, where integrity, empathy and fun are our guides. That's his mission statement. So he wanted to create the sort of environment where people can be in business for themselves, earn their own money through working hard, but not by themselves, with the backing of a large company and a huge support network. Now that was music to my ears because I wanted to run my own business. I wanted to be in business for myself, earning money for me and my family, but I had no idea where to start and no large investment to get started with. So this ticked a massive box for me. So you might be someone that's looking to be in business for themselves but doesn't know where to start. Now you have to be, because it says fun in our mission statement, you have to be a fun sort of person. Now I only want to work with positive people. I don't want to work with someone that's glass is half empty all of the time. So ask yourself now, are you a positive person? Can you start every day with a smile? Now we operate in 158 countries around the globe now. So you can build a business in any one of those countries. Now I personally thought that would never happen for me because I wasn't very well travelled before I started this business, and I didn't have any, a network of people that I knew overseas. But I've actually ended up with a business in 6 international countries, which means I get 6 checks every month on different days of the month because I get paid from 6 countries, some of them I've never even been to. So maybe creating an international empire from your laptop is really appealing to you. We turned over 2.6 billion last year, so this is not a small company. It's huge and doing really well. So over 1.5 billion worth of assets. This company is completely cash rich and debt free. When Rex started the company, he didn't go to the banks and ask for money. He was already hugely successful. He never needed help from anybody to lend him money, so there is no debt. Now most companies with the sort of turnover that you can see there on the screen are in massive amounts of debt with the banks. And when the banks demand that money back, it puts people who work for that company in a really vulnerable position. People start to lose their jobs. That's something that you never have to worry about. Now, all this was really important to me because I wanted to build the sort of business that would pay me for the rest of my life once I built it, and then pay my children for the rest of their life. So you want to know they're going to be around. The growth told me they would be. Over 38 years now of consistent growth. Never dipped, never plateaued, through recessions, through wars in some of the countries that we operate in. I don't know of another company with a track record like that. I'd ask you to think if you know of a company with a track record like that. I've worked for some absolute corporate giants, all of them in loads of debt and all of them going through points in the business where their profit, their growth takes a massive dip. Now, Forever hasn't been through that, and the reason is two things. One, an incredible business model, which I'm going to share with you, that helps people provide serious financial freedom for themselves so they stay around. And the second thing is the product that underpins that business model, which I'm also going to share with you. So here in the USA, our main home office is in Scottsdale, Arizona, which is where I'm living at the moment. Now, you don't have to be in Arizona to build your business. If you are, great. But if not, as long as you've got access to the internet, a laptop, a smartphone, an iPad, then you can do business with us. So let's take a look at the product, because this is important. Behind every amazing business, there has to be an amazing product, or else it just wouldn't stand up. It wouldn't stand the test of time. Now, that flagship product you can see there on the screen, you may see that and think that looks familiar. Because out of the 2.6 billion that you saw, although we have an amazing large product range, that product takes up 50% of our turnover. Our Forever Aloe Vera Drinking Gel. Because we're the largest growers and manufacturers of aloe. So no one can touch us in the market because we own the lion's share of those aloe fields. But it's the way we treat those fields and those plants that really stands out. We don't use any insecticides, pesticides, fertilisers, no nasties go into the product. Now, it's becoming so important to people all over the world to have a natural product. People don't want to be using products anymore that are full of chemicals, and people are a lot more aware of looking for those things now. Rex doesn't even allow petrol machinery into the fields. He buys all the areas around the fields to prevent cross-contamination. So every length has been gone to make these products amazing. Now, I don't know if you're listening to this and maybe a bit like me and know nothing about an aloe plant. I just thought it was good for sunburn, and that was the extent of my knowledge. I found out that it's actually so much more incredible than that and amazing for so many other things. But it's the inner leaf gel where all the nutrition is, where all the good stuff is. Now, most companies will use the whole leaf. So an aloe leaf has a hard exterior and then the inner leaf gel in the middle. And most companies will use that outer leaf in their products, but it doesn't actually contain any goodness, any nutrition. So we don't use it, we just use that inner leaf gel. And then we keep it live. Now, this is the really cool thing. Every amazing business needs a USP, a unique selling point. And ours is that we offer live aloe vera. It's stabilised and kept live. And it's patented, so nobody can copy that process. So you know that when you're purchasing aloe vera from Forever, it's live, just like if you were to cut it from the plant in the middle of the Caribbean and apply it to your skin or consume it. So it's not dead. So obviously the difference is that you end up with a real superior quality product that you can't get anywhere else in the market. There are no real competitors. And they're so confident in that they offer an unconditional 30-day money-back guarantee in the US. So in 30 days, you can use the entirety of a product and return it with a full refund because you're not happy. And that won't be questioned. It might be that you're not happy with the colour of the bottle. That's okay, you get a refund. Now, Forever finance that refund, not me as an independent business owner and not you as an independent business owner. So when I saw that and I saw the growth, I knew this product was amazing, even though I hadn't tried it yet. It had to be, or else the company wouldn't have lasted 37 days, let alone 37 years. All the products are completely animal friendly and suitable for all cultures and nationalities, so the product market is massive. The range is huge too, so everybody you know can benefit from these products. Health and wellness, anybody that wants to look better, feel better, live a healthier life, we can help them do that with the product. Fitness and weight management, this is a massive, massive area. So many people are overweight and they don't know where to start in fixing that. And then the spiral effect of that is they get sick and then there's expensive medical bills to pay. We can help with that. Our weight management programme in the UK was the most Googled diet of 2014 and 2015. And we're gonna make that the same in the US. So, beauty and cosmetics. Don't need to tell you ladies that that's massive, but guys as well, more guys, it's important for guys to be groomed and more guys are using skincare products these days. Animal and home. Pets are so important to people, more important sometimes than themselves. I spend more money on my 2 dogs than I do on me sometimes. So we have a huge pet range too. And then there's the product packs. The product packs take the hassle out of nutrition. So the Vital 5 pack that you can see there on the screen, it contains everything you need to be nutritionally satisfied and it doesn't require any thinking. So most people want to be better at nutrition, they want to be healthier, but it's just such a minefield of research and contradictory opinions on what's good for you and what's not, that it just feels too overwhelming. We take the hassle out of all of that. So there's something for everybody and everybody you know is a potential customer. Now let me just tell you, this is not about sales. When I first looked at this opportunity, I thought, I don't know if I can do this. I've never done sales. I'm not good at it. I don't like selling. So if you feel like that, that is absolutely fine because I did too and I've still managed to build a 6-figure income using this business model and this product. And the reason for that is the product works. It's incredible. Now, if you use something that works, you talk about it. And I know that when you use these products, you're going to talk about it. It never concerns me when I work with someone new that they're going to struggle to retail some products as long as they're using them. Because just think about it for a minute. Network marketing is all about using something and recommending it to people that could benefit. How many times have you been to see a good movie and told a friend? How many times have you heard a friend say, I'm going out for a meal on Saturday night in this area but not sure where to eat, and you've said, oh, you could eat here, it was amazing, and when we went we had the steak. Order the steak. And what do your friends do? They go and they order the steak, because word of mouth recommendation is the most powerful marketing tool. Now, we don't advertise on billboards, we don't advertise on TV, you'll never see our product advertised or on the shop shelves. Yet we turned over 2.6 billion last year. It's all through word of mouth. So there's a market for these products and we're going to teach you how to take your share of that market. First of all, you need to try the product because you'll never recommend something that you're not passionate about. So when I started my business, it cost me £199.75, so just under 200 English pounds. And it will cost you $240 to start your business. Now I know that that's not a lot to start a business, but please don't value the opportunity at $240 because you'd be doing it a massive injustice. Now I know now, living the life I'm living and earning the income that I'm earning, I'd pay thousands to get involved with an opportunity like this. So you need to give it thousands worth of effort, almost like you've invested $500,000 into a franchise, like you would if you bought a McDonald's or Subway franchise. Treat it that seriously if you choose to get started in this business, because then it will pay you beyond your wildest imagination. Now, when you get started, you get a wide range of products to try so that you can understand them and personally recommend them to people when appropriate. You also get your literature that you need to get started, trading manual, and a website so you can trade online. You don't need to handle an inventory of stock. There's no need to purchase loads of stock to sell on. Customers can go to your online shop, order from you, and Forever will distribute it for you. so you don't have to run around delivering products either. It's a smart way to do business. So how does the money work? Now, there's a lot more to this opportunity than just recommending a few products. But I am going to be showing you two types of income for two types of people that tend to get started with us. Some of them are small incomes for people that just want a bit of a top-up income around what they're already doing, love their job, just wish it paid a little bit more. But I'm also going to be showing you some large incomes. Now, that I have to say to you, these large incomes do not fall out of the sky and into your lap because you spend $240 on a box. That would be far too good to be true. Now, I'm not here to sell you a get-rich-quick scheme. I can only work with people that are serious about building a business. And I can tell you that if you're serious and you want a large income, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be worth it, but there's going to be lots of skills to master. There's going to be lots of hours that go into it and lots of time for it to grow because it's a business. So you have to be patient, willing to learn and be really dedicated to making it work. If you want to do what I've done and earn the sort of income that I've managed to achieve in the last 2 years, that's the sort of serious work commitment you're going to have to put into it. The first thing you need to know is there a market for the product that you're going into business with? That's the first question someone would ask in any business they were setting up. Well, you're definitely in the right industry. Vitamins and supplements, 586 billion globally. Beauty products, 315 billion globally. Sports and nutrition, 194 billion globally. This is what people are spending right now. So as you can see, we turned over 2.6 billion. We've not scratched the surface with what we can do. And it's a really exciting time in America for Forever Living business owners. There are just over, at the time of filming this, 3,000 active business owners in the US. So for someone that gets started and really wants this, the opportunities are endless to create a massive business. Now, as much as I'm looking to work with people that just want a bit of a top-up income, I'm really looking for leaders right now. Now, if you want a bit of a top-up income, your main focus is going to be supplying customers. So supplying a handful of customers that come back to you every month that you look after really well. Now, this isn't going to take up a lot of time because everybody you know is a potential customer. So you might get into a conversation at work with someone that says, I wish I had more energy, or I've started going to the gym, or I'd like to lose some weight. You listen to people. When you ask, how are you? You actually listen to the answer. And you'll be surprised in what people tell you, and then you suddenly start thinking how you could help them with the products that you've been using. That could be people at work, people at the gym, people at the school gates, people you care about, friends, family, that you know you can help with the products. You recommend it where appropriate, not in a hard sell way, but where appropriate when it comes up in conversation. And you supply a handful of customers. So you're using the products and you've got a handful of customers. Now, for 20 to 30 regular customers that are coming back to you every month, spending about $25, $30 with you every month, that's going to give you a top-up income of $300 to $600 a month. Minimal work, chatting to people as you go about your normal day. I work with so many people that are students, mums, who already have maybe a part-time job and want to enhance the income coming into the house. Students that don't want to work in a bar but would much rather spend a few hours a week talking to people about these products and earning $600 a month to get them by while they're studying. Now, if that's all you want from this opportunity, that's absolutely fine. This is where it ends for you. We help you learn the skills to develop the customers and look after them really, really well. But if you're more like me and you're like wanting a lot more than that, wanting an income that can transform your lifestyle, that can really be a game changer for you and the way you're living your life right now, then you're looking at the team building opportunity. Now, this is the career style income, the career style opportunity. It still starts with you using the product. You have to be passionate about the product that underpins this business model. And you're obviously going to have a handful of customers because you're going to be talking about these products and sharing them with people. But this is where the power of network marketing really comes in and gets really exciting. So, you're going to talk to, let's say, 2 people that you know. You might know them already, you might not. But just think about just finding 2 people that want the same as you. Now, I think it's fair to say in the whole of the US or anywhere else that you know people, you probably know 2 people that don't like their job, wish it paid more, aren't feeling 100% satisfied, hate their boss, want more money. Those 2 people get started and they're using the product now. And they've got a handful of customers because they've been sharing them with people. So you've got a team building now. Your time is being multiplied because there's not just you working on that anymore. There's not just you in the business creating customers. So as your team increase, your team are probably going to know people that would grab an opportunity like this too. It starts to duplicate. The more team members you have, the more customers you have in your organisation. Now, a team that looked a little bit like that, 30 team members servicing around 600 customers between you all, that's what we call a manager business. Now, managers typically earn between $1,200 and $3,000 per month. Now, this could still be a part-time venture, 10 hours a week, 15 hours a week. You grow your business to that manager level, help people get started, help show them what you've done, how you've built your customer base, and earn an extra $1,200 to $3,000 a month on top of your monthly income that's already coming into your house if you're working. That makes a big difference to people's lives. An extra $3,000 a month is a bit of a game changer for most people. It takes you from maybe living on the edge, on the breadline, to really comfortable. And that might be enough for you. You might want to just keep a manager business ticking over and keep it as a side project. But imagine if you know 5 people, great people that are ambitious and want more and want to build the team and want to achieve manager themselves. You can see how quickly, by helping other people get started, then it can multiply. A bit like a snowball effect. The more people you help, the more money you earn. Now, this is something that really stood out to me. I was from a very corporate background. It was dog eat dog. People were stabbing you in the back to get promotions, left, right and centre. I love the fact that I now earn more based on the amount of people I've helped. There's no feeling like it. Because when you get to manager and you've mastered the skills, worked very closely with your mentor, learned how to build a customer base, learned how to build a team, and learned how to train them, then you know how to do it. You know how to be a manager. Your apprenticeship, if you like, is served. Now you can help people in your team achieve that manager position because you know how to do it. Now, when you help people achieve that manager position, you're helping standalone businesses become independent. Because these people now that you've helped to get to manager, and they might be anywhere in your home country or anywhere in the world, these people now are like franchises. They know what they're doing. They have their own goals. They're working their business. They have all the skills because you've taught them the skills. They're going to keep going whether you're sat on a beach, sleeping, reading a book, or building your business, because they have their own agenda. So that's where the royalty style income sets in. Now, a royalty style income is very unique. 99% of the time limited to people that can sing and make a record, and every time it's played on the radio they get a royalty payment. Write a book and every time it's bought they get a royalty payment. Now, I don't know about you guys that are listening to this, but I can't sing and I don't have an enormous amount of talent in anything. So that was never going to be an option for me. But when I saw this, I saw a way to develop that royalty style income just through working really hard and learning some skills. And I now have leaders, managers, all across the UK, all across the world, Now that means that sometimes I'm earning while I'm sleeping. In fact, I'm always earning while I'm sleeping. I'm earning while I'm sat by the pool reading a book on holiday. It gives you such a sense of just peace of mind that I can't even describe to you. Peace of mind that I never had before. Now, I'm not going to say to you this is easy. This is hard work. You've got to learn the skills to get to that manager position, working really closely with your mentor, and then you've got to teach people to do the same, which may sound easy. It's not, but it's worth it. Now you choose. You choose how far you want to take this by how many people you want to help and how hard you want to work. So let's say you get to manager. Now I got to that manager position in 16 weeks from starting, and that was around a very busy career. 60 hours a week I was working in my job. So I didn't have loads of time. I made sacrifices, and within 4 months I was earning around $30,000, just over, as a manager, part-time. Now, if you help 2 people to that manager position, then that's a minimum of $50,000 a year. It could still be part-time. There's never any pressure to take this on full-time. I mean, it does get to a point where you think I must be crazy to keep going to the job now. But this could stay as a part-time venture if you wanted it to. So senior manager, $50,000. Soaring manager, it's a minimum of $85,000 a year because you've helped 5 people achieve that manager position. Now, when I first looked at this opportunity, I can tell you that I looked at soaring manager and I thought, okay, let's say if in 5 years I'm in that position and I've got a royalty style income coming in every month, every year of a minimum of $85,000, that means I could retire at that point, for example, and have that income coming in for the rest of my life if I work really hard. Now, I'm just 2 years in and I'm a soaring manager. So I'm well ahead of schedule. But at the time, I maybe believed that was possible. And that's what I remember thinking. That's better than any pension that is ever offered anywhere by anyone. But you might be like me and not satisfied with that and want to carry on. So Sapphire Manager, 175,000 minimum. That's 9 people that you've helped. Diamond Sapphire, 300,000 minimum. Diamond Manager, the more people you help, the more money you earn. Now, you might not want to stop at Diamond. I know people around the world that are double Diamond. It depends how hard you want to work and for how long you want to work that hard. But you do get to choose. Now, on top of all of that, there's incentives. So if that wasn't enough to turn your head and make you think this is worth the hard work, then there's the incentives. Now, these, for me, they blow me away because they're very generous. I would be running my business without the incentives. The income alone is enough. First one is what we call in the UK the car programme. And that's because you get a monthly payment when you qualify for it on top of your already generous income. And that's up to $9,000 per year. They split that down into 12 payments and pay it into your account along with your bonus. Now, a lot of people in the UK will buy cars with theirs. That's why it was nicknamed Car Plan. But you can buy whatever you want. We bought a camper van. So we bought a camper van and we went travelling around the UK for 6 months, building our business as we went, because there was so much of the UK that we'd never got to see when we were in jobs. So we decided to buy a camper van with our earned incentive bonus and work while we travel and see some of the UK. It was amazing. Global travel incentives. Obviously, this ticks a big box for me because I love to travel. I'm not sure if I mentioned it. But twice a year, you can qualify for 2 global trips. Now, these aren't just any destinations. I'm talking 5-star luxury, the best hotels. We went to South Africa this year in April with Forever, fully paid for, me and a +1, my husband. So they pay for you and a +1, airfare, accommodation, and then I got handed a Forever Living credit card when I got there with my spending money on it. Absolutely incredible. And I can remember turning up at the hotel the year before in Cancun for my first global trip, not knowing what to expect. And we turned up at this huge 5-star palace-style hotel. And I nudged my husband and said, we're in the wrong place. There's no way this is where we're staying, because people like us do not stay in places like this, because that, I've never been successful, I've never been wealthy, I've never stayed in these sorts of places. We got on the plane on the way there and turned left. It's life-changing if you just work hard for it. And then what I believe to be the most important incentive is the chairman's bonus. It's a profit share programme. As I mentioned, this is a cash-rich, debt-free company. There are no dividends to pay banks to. So Rex very kindly invests back in a proportion of the turnover to the people that qualify for chairman's bonus. So you need to be a manager. You need to be at that manager position and qualify for this. And it's hard work, but it's worth it. We qualified for all of the incentives in our first full year of the business and just picked up our first chairman's bonus cheque in South Africa, which was just over $6,000. Now, I'm not saying that's a life-changing amount of money, but it was our first cheque for the first 12 months in the business. And that's going to grow every year. And it was what it signified more than the money. It signified being recognised for a job well done, being valued, and I'd never felt that before. So how do you build your team? It kind of sounds like a stupid question. I mean, who wouldn't want to get their hands on an opportunity to have all of this? But the reality is, not everybody will. Not everybody wants to work that hard. Not everybody will be willing to embrace change and learn new things. Fear will hold some people back. And it's sad, but it's true. But I can guarantee that people you know right now will be potential team members. People that aren't happy in their jobs. Great, bubbly, nice, hard-working people that don't get paid their worth. That you can help by sharing the opportunity with them. We're going to teach you the skills to do that. You're never going to be on your own. You're going to have your hand held every step of the way. It's about finding great people to work with that want more and will work hard for it, and helping them to get started. So we identify potential team members, people you know, people you don't know, chance encounters. You show them what it is that you do. They watch a business presentation, which is exactly what you're watching now, and then they get started, and your team starts to grow. The more people you share it with, the more people that get started. The bigger your team, the bigger your income, the faster it grows. And there is no type. So I don't want anybody to be watching this thinking, I don't know if I can do it. Because I'm telling you, if I can do it, anyone can do it. As long as you're prepared to learn and work hard, you can do it. There's no type. You don't have to be from a business background. You don't have to be from a background in sales. It doesn't matter. Jane and John, who are amazing business owners from the UK, they're diamond managers. Farming and surveyor background. Adam May was a broker, corporate, very corporate. Natalie Healy was a mum. She's still a mum, but she was a stay-at-home mum. Lawyers, doctors, football coaches, men, women, all ages, graduates, pension age. There's no type, but we do have one thing in common, and that's desire. It's refusing to live a mediocre life, refusing to settle for just okay, refusing to get up every day and do a job that doesn't make us happy and then end the month broke. If that's not for you and you've got that fire in your belly and willing to do something about it, then you're the exact type of person that I want to hear from. It's a proven business model. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. It doesn't require you to really think about how to build the business. If you're sat here thinking, it just looks great, but I don't know where to start, that's okay. You've not had any training yet. You're going to follow the proven system that I'm going to teach you to build your business. The one that's made me successful in just 2 years. The one that I learned from my mentor, who learned from her mentor. You copy successful people and you end up with their results. You choose what you earn, you choose what your goals are, how quick you want to go, how slow you want to go, how much, by when. You choose based on how hard you're prepared to work and how much it means to you. And then you will it to your children or someone else that's important to you. You build a legacy. You do it completely flexibly. If you want to do a little bit and move slowly, you do a little bit and move slowly. If you want to do it around your job, around your children, around a busy life, you can. It's on your terms, it's your business. But with the backing of a massive company and a mentor, me, and an amazing team around you with lots of training, lots of support, and loads of recognition. So will forever work for you? Well, I can never answer that, unfortunately, and I'm not going to try and answer that for you because only you can answer that. You've got to ask yourself whether you'll take this really seriously. Will you treat it like a business, not a hobby? If you treat it like a hobby, it will pay you like a hobby, not very much. So will you put the time and effort in? Will you be self-motivated? Will you do the work when no one's watching? Because you're not going to have a boss. I'm not going to be calling you and saying you need to work harder, you need to earn more money. You'll be taught the skills, shown the way, every step of the way. But it's down to you to do the work when no one's watching. You need to be prepared to embrace change. Learn some skills that you've probably never learnt before. Step out of your comfort zone. Because let's face it, if success was inside of your comfort zone, you'd already have everything you want. And lastly, you need to be prepared to dream really big. Set massive goals that almost scare you but really excite you at the same time, and then go all out to smash them. I think you'll know by now if you're the type of person that would do really well with us. Hardworking, motivated, ambitious, want change. And I also think you'll know by now whether this is for you, because if by now you've got that nervous butterfly feeling in your stomach, it's exciting, a little bit scary too, then you need to know how to get started. And that's easy. You register with an online application form, registration form, which I or the person that sent you this presentation will get across to you. You order your new business owner pack, and then you book in your first business planning session with your mentor, because that's where we're going to plan out your business. What do you want, by when? And then we're going to create a plan that we're going to work on together as a team until you get there. So whatever it is that made you tune in today, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to see by now how Forever can help you get it with some work. And I know also that there are going to be people watching this that think it's not for me. Now, I'm not going to pretend to understand that, but I do respect that. And I thank you for logging in today and watching this presentation until the end. And for those of you that feel ready to get started and are excited and ready to go to work, I'll see you on the other side.